What's going on? What is going on? What's going on? Good morning to you guys out there. Good morning. Whew. What is good? Happy Monday. Happy Monday morning. Happy Monday morning. I am so happy today. Let me put my face on the camera for you guys. I am here. I am here. This is me, the Crawford Experience, and welcome to the Crawford Experience podcast. Yeah, I am so happy this morning. Letting you guys know this is my first live podcast on my new laptop. What is good out there? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am home. I'm off on Mondays. Before we get in, I'm gonna have you guys come in, give you guys a couple of minutes. Hey, hold on just a second. Give you guys a couple of minutes. You know, whoever's in the building, just get in the chat. I want to see you in the chat. Let me turn my camera off for a minute and wait for you guys for a couple of minutes to come in. I'm on my laptop, my new laptop. Yes, 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 yes. That's what I'm talking about. Doing this live, I could do some reaction videos now. You know, I got a video lined up, for you guys. It's about Dr. Umar Johnson on the It's Up There podcast. Who's in the building with me? Who's in the building? Just put it in chat. Hold on just a second. Let me see something. Are you still there? Hold on. Hold on. Are you still there? Anybody here with me? All right. This is going to be, like I said, this is my first podcast on my new laptop. We're going to do it. It's Up There podcast. A shout out. I was just watching Tariq Nasheed, his podcast, whatever, going in on these former presidents infiltrating Jesse Jackson's funeral. You know, it was so crazy, man. You know, it's crazy that they did this. Yeah, it's just crazy that they did that, man. But shout out to Tariq Nasheed going in on these former presidents, which I thought was very, very, very disrespectful. You know? Woo! I'm so happy that I'm doing this first live on my laptop. It's going to be a reaction video. It's going to be the It's Up There podcast. If y'all want to see the whole podcast, go to the It's Up There podcast on YouTube. And yeah, it's I don't know how long is it, but they got it broken down in 3 different parts. But I know I got the part I got on here is the final part 3, and that's what we're gonna be reacting on. I'm about to put it in my my screen in a minute. I'm about to share it. Hold on just a second. What's going on? Let me share my screen with you guys. Let me see if I'm doing it right here. You bear with me. Okay. All right. I got it. Here we go. Let me see. Hold on just a second. Okay. I'm sharing my screen with y'all. Let me see. Share. Okay. Before we play it, let me see something. I got it on my screen. You know, this is going to be a reaction video to the podcast that's up there. Umar Johnson line about the school scam. That's what this podcast, what this episode is going to be about. And we're about to play it in a minute. I'm gonna pause it. You know, but if you guys want to see it on its own, y'all know what to do. It's this part is I believe about 45 minutes. Let me see. We're going about to play it right now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
The lie. Okay. Struggle stream of lies. And the people putting it out there are not supporters at all.
A letter from the attorney that's representing the party of 40 will be sent to him to show good faith that we're willing to sit down and to give him a chance to give an explanation.
Hold on just a second. Okay.
Why this school hasn't been open.
And the next thing you know, they're trying to sell the school without any notice. I think they did it because of my personal political views. Yo, this was times where I had my gun in my hand like, yo, I should go blow his mother effing brains out, man. That's the people's money you just stole.
Are you ignoring the fact, though, that genuinely some of your supporters, doubt has crept in because of the timeline of the school?
The Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary.
Guys, that's a lie already. Sending his money to Apple Pay and PayPal. The FDMG Academy account is his account to live his lifestyle. You know what I mean? The dude is already lying, you know what I'm saying, what at the beginning of the video. It's crazy, man, what this guy's doing. Let's continue here. We're gonna play it. I'm gonna pause it. This is gonna be a reaction video, like I said.
So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back.
Yeah, right.
And they started to help me. And as soon as they started to help me, Apple Pay debanked me. No, I still don't have a reason. And guess what? They said they didn't have to.
How Apple Pay debanked you, dog? What? How Apple Pay come on, man. Yo, man, Apple Pay, man. What? I never whoa. Apple Pay? Dude, you gotta be out of your mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be out of your mind. Come on, man. Let's continue here, man. By the way, Apple Pay, I don't believe that. Apple Pay, I never had Apple Pay. To me, Apple Pay is like having Chime, I believe. But let's continue here.
Supply one.
Do you think when you came out and done that affected your cultural equity at all? Do you think your rhetoric and what you've done over the last 16 years, do you get away debt free with that? Do you think white supremacy allows Dr. Umar
No, they're watching. School we building ain't never been built in this country before. This is the first school in American history,
man.
Independent, African-centered school financed with donations.
You're a fraud, man. You know what I'm saying? You're nothing but a fraud, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You're a fraud, dog. You know what I mean? Spending the money up, son. You know what I mean? The guy spending up all the FDMG money, and people probably this day still donate to the guy. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue here with this fraud, Umar Johnson, man. This is the way making my blood boil.
Donations from African people on every single continent in the world.
And if you ain't talking no dough, then I ain't interested. Look, they say the sky's the limit, I'm going farther than that. She keep blowing on my phone, so I called her mama, come get your daughter back. They just want a little bit of fame, get them boys whack. Wipe it, little one eye, bust your brain, but get a hard hat. They say the sky's the limit, I'm going farther. They can try to, but can't kill me. I'm immortal. I just bought a nigga life, as and did a side, come with that order. You lazy, the reason you broke, you don't know how to hustle. Don't try me, they know I'm stressed, son. Look, red rum, Red dot, hit the block when 12 come out. Know I'm thugging to the fullest, asking for a bullet, cause he never felt one. Stick him to the wall, this a nail gun. Riding with my dog, trying to nail something. Yeah. I said to you when he got
Another
your
softball interview, man.
Let's talk
That's
about
for sure.
FDMG for a moment. No,
Sure.
before we get to FDMG, you did come out at one point and say that your accounts were frozen, business and personal.
Lying.
What was the update on that? And explain to the audience a little bit. Explain to the audience a little bit what happened, your response to it, and where it stands now.
Well, we got debanked, but the bank kept giving us the runaround. First, they said we just looking into your account. I guess they wanted to see if I was mismanaging money.
But you was definitely mismanaging money, the FDMG account, you know, to live your lifestyle, bro. I mean, just come out, man. If I'm this guy, Big Loon, and I'm doing the interview, I'm coming at you raw dog, man. You know what I mean? This dude, man, oh my God. Let's continue.
I'm assuming the struggle streamers contacted the bank and accused me of fraudulent behavior, as they've done in the past. First, they said we was looking into your account, but you're not going to be debanked, right? And then the next thing you know, I get a letter in the mail saying I'm debanked. So I call them. I say, y'all told me y'all just looking into the account. Yeah, well, we didn't know. We thought they was, and we just got this letter from the higher ups saying that.
Letter from higher ups. I never heard that before. Letter from higher ups. Yeah, you lying, dog. Yeah, you lying, man. Straight up. You're already lying. You know what I mean, on this interview. That's what I'm saying. You couldn't be on my show, bro. I'm coming straight raw dog at you, man. Coming straight up with the facts, the questions. Man, are you scamming the school? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? But no, you going on these softball shows, Breakfast Club. I don't know when that one's gonna be. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for that one. But let's continue, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Like it, share it. Let's get it.
We can no longer host your account, that we have the right to choose who we can and cannot. But then Donald Trump, or was it Joe Biden? It might have been Trump who signed this law that says banks cannot just debank you because they don't like you. You follow what I'm saying? But we were a black bank now, so I'm gonna let it be. But I think I did have grounds
Stop
to
lying,
sue, because I think they did it because of my personal political views. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and I was with that bank since I was in my first summer job at 14 years old.
Yeah, I think he's lying on that one too. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's lying on that one. This dude, man, wow. He's just saying that because, you know what I'm saying, because he's on his softball show, you know what I'm saying? So they're not going to ask him the hard questions. So you running the scam, you know you want to run in the scam, man. You know what I'm saying? You running the scam. Continue. Sorry.
So white folks don't care nothing about you. You feel me?
It's my first live stream.
So we got
on my laptop. Like it.
While we're debanked,
share
the
it.
city of Wilmington tries to sell
we're gonna get to that. I want to deal with the bank side first, because like you said, you were debanked. Some of the reports came out, and a lot of the content creators were reacting because for the first time in your career, you asked for personal donations.
Yeah, because I was debanked too. In other words, while we was the bank, we couldn't access no money. So my personal account is froze.
How you use the bank, man? That's the question. How you use the bank? The bank. No. You ran out of money, dog. That's what it is. Plain and simple. You ran out of money, man. You know what I mean? Be real. You spending the money, spending the people's money on your lifestyle. Look what you got on, man. Look the lavish lifestyle. You being rentals. You know what I'm saying? Going into lavish hotels. You know what I'm saying? This dude's wild, man. Let's continue.
And the school's account is froze. And I didn't know how long they was going to be froze.
Did they give you a reason?
I still don't have a reason.
To this
day. Guess what?
Because the money's gone. That's why.
Yes.
The money's gone, bro.
So you're debanked. And all of a sudden,
the money froze with no promise of when it's going to be released. They gave me a date, right?
The money froze. Nah, that means you broke, son. You know what I'm saying? You spent the money, man. You know what I mean? You're already lying already just to start off this part of the podcast of this it's up there podcast. You're lying, man. Let's continue.
And then that date came and I still ain't got my money. So I'm calling around the lawyers and everything. And the one lawyer, like, it's hard to get your money back from these banks. I said, what? He said, yeah, them banks.
Ain't hard to put it in
fraud.
there.
Yeah, but he was telling me, like, with them banks, you got to be careful. He said he
fraud,
heard the banks were held on the people's money.
It's
But
easy,
yeah,
man.
bro,
You're fraud.
you got to be careful with these banks, man. Yeah. He said the rules around finance give them a lot of leeway.
No, it's because you're a fraud, man. That's the answer. You're nothing but a fraud. You know what I mean? You just look at you, man. Lying already. Lying to the people already. And he still got people that's actually sending this guy money. You know what I mean? I think these people that's still supporting him, I can't remember of the complex. What's it? Stockholm syndrome. That's what it is. Stockholm syndrome. Let's continue.
Yeah,
bro,
I bet
they can straight have you. You could be a multi-millionaire and be broke as shit messing with these banks, bro. Yes.
So you're debanked. Did you receive a letter? Did you go try to access your account?
What happened was I had this. I think I was sending my cousin like $50, and it said zero balance. That's what did it. I called the bank.
Zero balance. That means you didn't have any money in the account. The account you was living off of, the FDMG account, and whatever that's. I'm just going. Like I said this before, the FDMG account was actually his account. He was living off of it. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna send? You say you're gonna send your cousin $50. You said it was one of your homies. You know what I mean? Now it's your cousin. Come on, man. Stop lying, man.
Why is my thing? Oh, your accounts are not accessible right now. For what? We're currently reviewing them. For what? I don't know.
Because you're a scam artist.
They're told not to say nothing. Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
So I was in limbo.
Damn. So, and you know what? It's interesting because when that happened, of course, a series of events happened, but I just want to deal with the bank part because do you think
let's deal with the bank
when you
part.
came out and done that affected your cultural equity at all? When you said that because people weaponize that. We're not gonna act like
they
people
weaponize everything. But they weaponize what I eat, what I wear.
Yeah, but this time it led into some of the narratives they've been trying to make. It was bad time. It didn't bother you at all.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Like, in order to understand,
you scratching your neck, man. Like, yo, you on some drugs or something? You scratching your neck like you itching for something, bro. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready watching you, man. This is my first, like I said, this is my first live, you know what I mean, reaction video. You know what I mean? I'm happy I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying? Look, he was scratching his neck. Y'all seen that, right? Okay, hold on. Let me go to the chat and see if anybody's up in here. Nobody in the chat yet? Hold on. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat? Let me see something. Okay, hold on just a second, guys. And we're going to continue. Let's continue.
And me. The one thing people have to understand.
Give me a shout out. Give your
is I believe I was born to do what I'm doing. And because of that, there's a thin layer of protection around me. You feel me? If you've noticed, I've been through a whole lot these 16 years that I've been global, right? And I bounced back from everything, you see. And
yeah, but when you was begging for money, you said when you was in South Africa, needed sparing a couple of dollars. Who you was asking money for? You was asking money to the black community. I ain't gonna say the black conscious community because the black conscious community is a scam, and I'm planning on doing another live, like actually a series on why the black conscious community scammed the black community. How about them apples? You know what I'm saying? He's one of them that's going to be up there, you know. But this guy, he's a scammer. You know, you just look at him. Let's continue.
I think it's because them ancestors, man, they're real.
Stop.
You feel me? They're real.
Stop.
And I think that as long as I stay true to my mission they got me. And I was told that in a divination. Babalabo said, listen,
Yeah,
your
he
ancestors
practiced
are with you.
divination too.
The success of your school is going to be contingent on you
Dead
remaining
animals, he
loyal and
did
honest
all that, yeah.
to your ancestors. Because remember, they are our angels, right? And he said the success of your school is largely contingent on the ancestors. They're going to decide when it opens.
I'm gonna let this
right?
play out.
So,
you know what I mean? I'm not gonna
because I believe I was born to do what I'm doing. I mean,
I'm
look,
not gonna keep stopping. I'm gonna let it play out for a minute.
you're going to have a hard time convincing me that I'm related to Frederick Douglass by accident. Do you feel me?
You feel divine, this whole thing.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
We come, he's a speaker, he's a writer, I'm a speaker, I'm a writer. Before I knew I was, you follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
You could argue that
First of all, you're not related to Frederick Douglass, dude. Your father already did a DNA test with the fam, and it was inconclusive. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was like his 4 times great nephew even came out a few years ago and said this dude is lying. You know, this dude was even the 4 times great. I can't remember the guy's name. He was in the he's in the U.S. Even Marines or the Army or the Navy. I can't remember. But he came out and said, "Nah, this guy's a liar." This was actually around 2017, 2016, something like that when he said. But Umar's lying already because his father did the DNA test and came back inconclusive. Let's continue.
our family might be the most impactful Black family in American history. Think about it. You got Frederick Douglass. You got his 2 sons, Lewis and Charles, one of which was the Sergeant Major of the 54th. Make sure you go to AMC and watch Glory. It's out. You feel me?
Yeah, bet.
Stop lying, man.
Let's check that out as a family.
Yes.
Stop lying.
My grandfather, George, first Black public school teacher in Denton, Civil War veteran,
Lying.
founded Bethel AME. His father, my grandpop, Stephen, I come through their loins.
Lying.
You see, it's the cousin of Frederick Douglass and half brother. And then you got me with what I've done in the 21st century.
Yeah.
Lying.
I don't think there's another family in Black history that got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men who put in the work we put in.
Hold on. I got to get to the chat because, hold on. I got to get to the chat. Let me see what's going on here. I got to log back in the StreamYard. Let me see something. I got to log back in here. Let me see something. I got to enter the studio. Let me see. I'm here. I'm going to stop my cam. Let me see. I got to enter the studio. You hear me? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, guys. I'm here. I had to log back in here. Let's get
My father was a president of Garvey. He was a Garvey leader. I believe his grandfather did some work, right? But that ain't 6. And then you got the Malcolm girls, right?
Yep.
You got Dr. King brother, Dr. King father, Dr. King grand, right?
Whoa.
So Malcolm, they got a pretty strong lineage. King got a pretty strong lineage. You got a few more.
Just a second. I'm gonna see. Hold on, something. Hold on, just a second, guys. I'm gonna mute myself for a minute. I'm just let it play. There we go.
Oh, Booker T. Washington got a nice little lineage. But I don't think nobody, even with them, I don't think nobody messing with the Bailey dynasty. We got them.
But even for this generation,
Let me go back to the studio. Hold on. Let me remove this one. Hold on. Man. Hold on just a second, guys. Man. I'm gonna let it play. You lying, dog. You lying, man. You know what I mean? You lying. And he said he had his first bank account when he was 14. Man, you lying, man. Lying about the money. You're a scam artist, man. Let's continue. I'm gonna let it rock for a minute.
Yeah, they started to do certain shit when he first got into politics. People don't know this, but they literally started to target Charlemagne in a way where it's like, shut the fuck up about that. Right? I'm asking you.
I think I gotta exit one of these. Let me see. Bear with me. Bear with me. I think I'm good now.
When you are debanked out of
Let's
thin
get it.
air,
Out of thin air.
does that worry you? Do you understand the level of fight you're really in?
I
It's
understand
like,
my level of fight.
Not
It
again.
doesn't really worry me because I've seen it all before with the ancestors. You know what I mean? Like, sooner or later, it has to come to this. You know what I mean? I just didn't at the time. So I'm like, damn, I'm not going to have no money in South Africa. You know what I mean? And I love South Africa, you know what I mean? So I was broke in South Africa, but everything worked out, though.
First of all, that's when he was begging for money. And yeah, he was on Instagram begging for money. You know what I mean? Because he said he ran out of funds and his bank account was frozen. So-called bank account was frozen. The FDMG bank account, the money was gone, fam. You know? Hold on just a second. Let me see. Hold on. You can hear me? Give me a one if you can hear me. Because I'm hearing like a double feed. Let me see. Hold on. Let me play it. Let me let it rock for a minute.
do you think your rhetoric and what you've done over the last 16 years, do you get away debt free with that? Do you think white supremacy allows Dr. Umar Johnson?
I got a feed. I don't know what happened. Let me see what's going on. Oh, I know what it is. Give me 1 second. That's what it is. Let me see. I'm letting it play now.
What I'm saying is,
and they do what they do. You feel me? They watching, they sabotaging, they do what they do.
The debate.
I'm gonna go to Nat Turner.
Okay.
The Confessions of Nat Turner. I'm born August 21st, the day of the Nat Turner War, Haitian Revolution, George Jackson. Nat Turner said that when the Spirit appeared to him, he said,
You can hear me? Hold on, just a second. Man, man. Hold on. Actually, guys, bear with me, man. This is my first live on my laptop through StreamYard. I'm just give me a minute. You guys can see the video. I don't know what I did. Let me see something.
go to your first thing is to go right online when this
well, look
kind of
who's going
situation
online
happens.
the person going online has done more to help Black parents save their children from the school to prison pipeline than any Black person in American history. There's no the world got to hear it, but I'm going to my supporters and saying, yo, I need your help.
guys. This is wow. You can hear me now? I had it on mute. You know, this guy clearly talking about everything he's coming out of his mouth. You know, and this, like I said, this is my first live on StreamYard on my laptop. You know what I mean? Just bear with me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get it eventually. Oh boy, here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna let it rock. Here we go. Let's get it.
And they started to help me. And as soon as they started to help me, Apple Pay debanked me.
So you actually started to get money
You never
coming in,
rocked
and
a minute.
Apple Pay debanked you.
I can't use Apple Pay no more.
And you telling me you don't feel
And
like
back to your question, they didn't give me a reason either. They're not
heavy without reason this is happening to you.
Cash App debanked me and debanked FDMG. GoFundMe debanked FDMG. All of this because of struggle streamer, cyber thought, interference, and slander. You got to remember, they don't want me to succeed anyway. So if your people come to us saying, shut it,
I'm gonna let it rock. You already know this guy's a liar. You know, how you gonna be mad at your people that's giving you the money? You know, I guess the money was running out, and that's why he's saying this. That's all I can say about that part. The money was running out, you know, and the school scam is gonna come to an end shortly. I don't know when, but I can see it very, very soon. You know, it's gonna be very soon. In this school scam gonna come to an end. I don't know like how he's gonna do it, but it's I can see it coming to an end real soon. Let's continue. Sorry about the delay earlier, guys. What's going on? Oh, pause. I'm just gonna let it rock for a minute. Sit back, relax, get your popcorn. Let me let it rock for a couple of minutes. What fools? All those folks that gave me money are fools, man. That's crazy. Hold on. I gotta pause this. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Tesra? I'm gonna go to the chat for a minute. Go to the chat for a minute. What's going on, y'all? This is my first live reaction video on my laptop. Still got to get used to this, man. Hold on just a second. Yeah, we talking about the interview with Dr. Umar Johnson. Let me see what's going on. Let me hold on. I'm gonna have to hold on just a second. Man, I'm gonna have to log out and log back in. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back.
The setbacks. They've never been in the dark. You got speeches a year. I'm the most requested Black scholar in the world, bar none. Most popular Pan-Africanist in the world, bar none. The #1 Black conscious personality in this country, bar none. Most credentialed. So you could probably go to a Dr. Umar supporter, a true one, and say, give me the timeline of the school. They could probably tell you, this happened, this happened, this happened, the plumbing, the HVAC.
You know what? I rock with you. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that 100% of your supporters or 100%.
I disagree.
I think some of them are because
you may have to redefine supporter then, because maybe you're talking about somebody who might have gave $10 once 10 years ago. But supporter for me is somebody who supports and consistently donates. They don't have issues, because you got to remember, I got personal relationships with all my supporters. I know them. So if you come to me and say your supporters got issues, I'm going to ask you for a name. Remember, we recorded every donation. We know everybody.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? And this is how I get the haters, because they say, yeah, I donated. What's my first question? I need your name. How did you donate? Cash App? Check?
Umar. Yes, scammer. Sorry about that. I had my mic on mute. Sorry about that. But this guy in this video is nothing but a scammer. That's right, Tezra. Every recorded donation, it got to be recorded, basically. You're a 501c3. You know, you're a nonprofit. You pocketing the money and spending it on your lifestyle, that's a crime. You know what I'm saying? It's a crime. Let's continue.
When was your last donation? Because we got it recorded. Let me look you up. And then I look them up. You don't even exist.
And you know what? Another thing I want to speak to while I have.
And then when people talk about how long, right? That's an opinion loom. Remember, the school we building ain't never been built in this country before. This is the first school in American history, independent after.
First of all, you could build your school. You could have started online, man. Small. You know what I'm saying? You could have started off real small. You know what I mean? And build up from there. You know what I mean? Hey, Tesla, I made you a moderator. You see that wrench? You're a moderator on the channel. You know, but Umar, you're a scam artist, man. You scam the Black community, man. You know? You're nothing but a scam artist. And when the feds come for you, you're going to least suspect it. Everyone going to least suspect it. Let's continue.
Financed with donations from African people on every single continent in the world. Never been done. Too long, according to your government-sponsored charter school. That's government money. You can't compare this to this. Your home school, that's your basement. That ain't no institution.
It's something, man. You know what I'm saying? It's something. You know, homeschool, started small. You know, I'd rather do that than what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Look at King Randall. He graduated high school, and then he started his own school in his mother's dining room with 3 kids. Look at him now. Hands on with all the kids. You know? But you want money from people. It's a shame, man. Can y'all hear the video? Let's continue.
I saw a hater the other day, some hating out of New York, talking about how his homies built 2 schools or something. Where? In a home? Storefront? Basement? This is real buildings here. This is a real school. Teacher's lounge, gym, cafeteria. You comparing an institution to a home school? And now everybody got this new school thing going on, right? So-and-so opened the school. You know what their definition of school is? A room with some books and pencils.
Right.
A room with, it's like church, right? I got a church. And then you go, the church is in your living room.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's church and then there's church.
Right.
There's schools and then there's.
What are you talking about, Umar? What are you talking about? Listen to this guy. I already got a headache from listening to him. You know? This is just crazy. You know? Hey, Tesla, you see that wrench when you making the comments on the chat? Who else is here besides Cesare? I see, right, it's going down from 2 to 7 to 4. You know, who's in the building? Put your name in the comments. In the chat. I'm sorry. Let's continue here with this video. It's already mind blowing. Not mind blowing, but you already know what it is.
Let me ask you this. Do you think with everything that's being said, and also why I want to clarify something, because I do see one of your detractors, and again, I understand how this works, man. A lot of people, they're former Confederacy.
Yeah, and they want to come up off your name too.
Yeah, because they make money from the YouTube thing, right? And so I'm
feeding like 20 families on the internet, bro.
Right, but I do want to clarify something, because when they bring your donation amount in question online,
they don't know the donation amount.
I get that. And I see this from a lot of them. And I want to clarify that because they use my platform. They use one of our conversations. And so I want to clarify for the record, if there's an investigation going on or whatever's going on, I want to clarify this. A lot of people are saying that at a certain point, you said that you had not took in $1 million.
We've never had $1 million at one time.
Now, right.
You're lying. You're definitely lying, man. Lennon Honor, he did the research. You know, Tesla know what I'm talking about. No, I believe that he could have possibly got about $3 million throughout the stretch. But he talking about he never collected $1 million. Come on, man. He's lying already. Man, hey, guys, do you hear double feed in the video? Do you hear double feed in the video? Do you hear double feed? If you do, give me a 1. I gotta figure this thing out. But I got this StreamYard stuff, sharing the videos down packed though. You know. Let's continue.
But that's not what all I'm saying is this. They got the dates wrong. So they're using a date of an upload date on YouTube, and it was upload for the second or third time.
Hold on. Just a second. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. Let me see something. I have to share my screen one more time because I'm getting a double feed in that video. Oh, I got to make another. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. How you guys doing this morning? How's your Monday going? No, 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 no. No, not that. Ugh. We're gonna get back to the video. I thought it was gonna be perfect, but it hurt like a double feed. Let me see. Now, let me go. Oh, okay, here we go. I got the video now. Um, I got to rewind it. I want to fast forward it to the. Hold on. Doing it right? This is it right here. Here we go. Share the screen. Yeah. We're gonna fast forward it a little bit. Okay. He actually pressing Umar. He actually pressing him. I'm shocked.
I
Because I'm
am
saying this is much more.
was of evidence I received outside of being told by FBI agents I know that I'm being watched. That was one of the biggest pieces of confirmation I received that they're actively trying to stop you.
Let this
They
rock.
hurt.
Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into
no
how.
letter, no phone.
Yeah, man.
For 5 months, mind you, I was reaching out
So
trying to deal with the vacant property registration fee.
let's context set in here. So $72,000 was the number that I think it was. Was it
40 something?
Okay, well, 40 something. I thought you said they say we owe 72,000.
You know what? It could have been 70. It's been a minute now.
Yeah.
It could have been 4.
I got it now. You don't hear double feed? I got it now, guys. I got it. I got it. Lying again, man. You lying again. You know what you was doing. Blowing the money, man. Blowing the money on that on your lifestyle, man. You supposed to be a grown man, a so-called businessman, and you not holding up to the responsibility, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a school in a desolate area of Wilmington, Delaware. If I had my hands on a property like that, what? Man, let's continue, man. I'm just already pissed off just even talking about it. Much better, much better. No double feed or nothing. Stop lying. I'm gonna let it rock. Stop asking them so-called questions, man. Solid for what, man? Yeah, stop lying. You're lying. I'm gonna let the video rock. Check the chats. I forgot what's that. Hold on. I forgot what that's called, but they can't do that. They can't do that. But on you, Umar, you you're not responsible, man. You're a grown man, 50-something-year-old man. You want to school, and everybody's coming to you. Oh, they're willing to do this for free. And these are contractors, black contractors. You got black plumbers that want to do stuff free for you. That's just to build up the community, man. But oh man, this guy, he's just so full of it, man. Let's continue. Hey, Tazwa, you see, this is your first time watching this video? Even though I had a delay, guys, give me a ranking for this video. 1 and 5. I take a 2, because I got to a slow start with this. Lying. What does that mean in bulk? The amount that was due? You said in bulk. In bulk means whatever. But this guy, he's just a straight out liar. He didn't pay for it. I guess the donors pay for it. I guess. I don't know, but let's continue here. Let's continue. So my 5 people watching live. What's good? You're not gonna be here too long. Right. Yeah, that's what he said too. And then yo, Umar, you against, you know what I mean, white supremacy. What's up, bro? I thought you'd have said something about that. But you, oh boy, this guy's a fraud, man. Umar Johnson fans out there, you looking up to a fraud. You know what I mean? Let's continue. Ain't progress is supposed to be on you? That's why I had to pause it here. As progress is on you, you getting donations from the people, our people at that. You're getting millions. I believe you got as high as $3 million. You know, if it was me personally, if it was me and anybody in the chat, if you have a school like that in Wilmington, Delaware, and you have $3 million in a school account, you could do more. You know what I'm saying? With that school, because you could probably, especially in an area like that, you could probably get things done for a bargain. Am I right or wrong? Put one in the chat if I'm right, and two if I'm wrong. That's all. Let's continue. I'm gonna let the video rock. And you scammed the black community. That's what happened. You got scammed. You spent the money. You took the money and run. Live your lifestyle. Get whatever dashikis and whatever you wanted to get, and you kept it moving. Man, that's why I can't wait until if you do this Breakfast Club interview, I'm gonna go ham on all of them. Everybody that's on the Breakfast Club and you, Umar. This is just the beginning. Let's continue. It's not crazy. That's what you should have done. You should have started. But it's cheaper to do it that way too. You got to start up small. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody was saying you should have did it online. That'd have been more convenient for you. You know what I'm saying? You're not really hands on like that, man. You know, you're not really hands on like that. And this guy, man, like I said, you Umar Johnson lovers out there. This is what you get. You know. Let's continue. Let the video rock for a minute. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You hold on, 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 hold on. Let me say something here. During the pandemic, the 2020, my daughter, the rest of that school year, we did school at home, and then my wife, it started as they did school from at home virtual, and then I would say like around it was like January, February, when they started opening up, and we had an option, to bring them back to school or to keep them at home for the rest of the school year. My wife, we decided to keep her home for the rest of the school year. It was more convenient at the time, for my wife. It was more convenient, and yeah, that's it, man. It wasn't nothing wrong with that, especially during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, you know what I'm saying? He's lying. He's lying to everybody anyway. Let's continue. Dude, wow, this guy's a liar. And when it's time to get in somebody's pocket, you want the best. You know, this guy's a straight up cornball, man. I don't care how anybody feel about it. Umar Johnson lovers out there. Let's continue. This guy's so disrespectful, man. How you can say something like that, man? You know what I mean? Let's continue. That's a lie. It's more convenient for some people, man, because people got to pay up. You got to pay up for something. That's why. My son won't go to your school. That's for sure. Yeah, my child wouldn't go to your school at all, man. It wouldn't be accredited. Number one, and number two. Do you really have 6 degrees, like you said, or are you fronting, man? You're a fraud, man. Let's continue. I'm gonna let the video play out a couple more minutes. I can't wait till you stop though, man. Can't wait when the feds come and get you. You know, people can say, "Oh, I'm hating on you." Man, you not even worth being hated on, man. Nobody hating on you, man. You got a lot of critics out there. You know what I'm saying? And Lennon Honor is the main one. And guys, whoever subscribed to him, to Lennon, he has a show tonight. Just to let you know. I believe at 7 o'clock. I don't know how many hours it is, but like, okay, I'm a truck driver. I gotta be at work at 3 in the morning. You know what I mean, I'll probably be able to listen to it when I'm driving in the morning, whatever. But he having his long marathons, man. I can't do it, bro. I can watch bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Go to the chat. Maybe another 30 minutes, guys. We'll be here. Max. This dude is so full of it, man. That's why you hire contractors. That's why Umar Johnson. I'm proud to say this now. And to the Umar Johnson followers out there, Umar Johnson's ignorant for sure. This dude's stupid, man. How you going to sweep and all that stuff to school? You know what I'm saying? I understand after the fact when the contractors and everybody do their job, and you do a job like that on the back end, you know. But this guy, man, I don't know, man. This guy's he's a fraud. Like I said, keep on saying it, keep on saying it, and then keep on saying it till the cows come on. Let's continue. Let the video rock. That's never happening, guys. You know what I mean? Whoever believes that Umar Johnson will still have a school, that's just a pipe dream. I'm gonna be honest. Before, like when I'll say like 2014, 2013, when I was still living in New York at the time. You know what I mean? This is the first time I heard of Umar Johnson. And then I dig, you know what I mean, his talking points. You know what I'm saying? And when it came down, when I heard about the school situation. You know what I'm saying? I was actually was for it, but after a while, what I mean, when he got to school, I said, okay, he just need progress. You know what I'm saying? And get to school. You got to school and have progress. You know what I mean? People donate money. You can put that to the school. You know, ever since he purchased the school, one thing they did was painting outside. Red, black, and green. You know what I mean? He ain't do nothing in the school, but outside the school, I remember shout out to Uncle Amo's TV. You know what I mean? He had a video. He was in Wilmington, Delaware, and I'm gonna let it play in a minute. But he had a video filming the school. He had the most. He had no side of the building. It's crazy, you know. But shout out to Mo doing that video, man. Let's continue. I'm gonna let this video rock. Hopefully, the next time I pause will be the last time. Let's continue. Lying. Shout out to everybody watching the video. And I know that so-called hater he's talking about. Everybody know who he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what he's talking about. But this guy, only thing I gotta say, I know I put like I said, one of my videos, hopefully I'll probably do it on Friday about the city of Wilmington, Delaware, and the future of it. I hear they really want to tear down the school and expand the Boys and Girls Club that's out there. You know what I mean? And one of my cousins, he lives in Wilmington, Delaware, and he said that that school, whatever, just standing there, whatever, and people want it torn down. Because I think he told me that the the Boys and Girls Club, I believe, is right across the street from the school. Yeah, I believe they need to tear that down. That's a prime property for the city. You know what I mean? No disrespect to his Umar Johnson supporters, but you've been hurt. Man. You know what I mean? Let's continue. Yes, they can. I'm gonna let the video rock out to the end. There's only like 9 minutes left of the video. It's not happening. Stop lying, man. You're lying no more. You're making up news, man. He was a scam artist too. A couple of more minutes, guys. I'm gonna end this video, man. Because everything is lies he's talking about in this video. It's a scam, man. Where's the transparency at, man? Be real, man. Be transparent to your donors. To the donors, people that, I'm sorry, to the people that's actually donating to you, to the school. Be transparent. You know? You can't be ignorant and just take money and walk with it. You know what I mean? You took the money and run. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? Well, you got the haters out there. They're gonna say, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Umar Johnson's really trying." 10 years, dog. 10 years. Come on. Let's continue. Sorry, 7 years. He purchased school. 7 years. 2019, he purchased school. You got like 6 minutes left in the video. This gonna be the last pause right here. Only thing I gotta say about what he's saying, you sabotaged it, Umar. You did it, not the people. You did. This is the first time I heard somebody Cash App being canceled. That was the first time I heard of something like that. And I had Cash App for about how many years? I can't remember the year I got Cash App, but I never heard somebody had their Cash App canceled until Umar said something. And then I heard other people say, yeah, they were doing scheming type of activities on Cash App, and they had their Cash App canceled. You know what I mean? You sabotaging, Umar. Let's continue. 8 people here live. What's up? What's good? Hold on just a second. Said no sound. Somebody said no sound. Hear any sound? No sound at all? Hold on just a second. Let me see something. Do you hear it? Man, this is crazy.
Nah, this
Hold
has been
on.
ongoing. Remember, they sabotaged the GoFundMe in 2015, bro. The first year of the fundraising, they got the GoFundMe shut down, man. When I tried to get the St. Paul's College,
We talked about that on our first episode.
They was calling down there sabotaging, bro. I think we underestimate how self-hating Black people are. This FDMG campaign has really shown me post-traumatic slavery disorder on another
Hold
level.
on.
And if I'm gonna look at this spiritually, Loon, I can make an argument. Somebody can make an argument that the Almighty kept me from opening this school this long.
I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna have to do another interview on this one. Master Khalid, thank you for that, man. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Let me go back to, let me see. Right here. Still hear it? You hear it? Hold on.
To do the work. We got scammed by everybody. Everybody, bro.
You hear it?
And then we went to the white people and they did the work. You know how painful that is, bro? To have your people take the money, not do the work, and you go to the white people and they knock it out.
Wow. That's crazy. There's also an idea out there that Dr. Umar should have did an online school. Dr. Umar should have went that way.
But if you want an online school, go open up one.
I'm asking you.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying them.
What's your feelings on that?
My vision is my vision.
Right.
Do you see that?
Yes.
If Loon says, I'm going to open up a studio downtown in the biggest building, who are you to go and tell Loon to put it in his basement? That's his dream, his vision. If you want a podcast studio in your basement.
Like I said earlier, you start off small. Then the dream becomes big. But you took the money and ran with it. You know what I mean?
Go put it in your basement. But you don't impose your low expectations on the next man. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm living for the future. I'm not living for you.
Do you understand?
And there's no proof that online schools
That's
are
what I was finna
And if
ask.
you go back to COVID, Loon, you should remember this. When our kids were forced to be at home and learn, it was a disaster, bro. Do you not remember that?
Oh, man.
Did you see the teachers? They say, yeah, he's online, but he got a separate screen watching porn while the class. Do you feel me?
And you
It
really
was a disaster.
are trying to affect our boys in a positive way.
Now, did you see the suicide rate for black girls went through the roof during COVID schooling? Because the home is so toxic. That's where they get molested, abused. Look, online, are you after COVID? You got black people still talking about an online school. They not serious.
That's a great fucking point.
Most of our kids are raised by single moms who got to work so many jobs that they can't be home to properly supervise them. What about the obesity in black kids, Loon? They're not moving. What you want an online school for? You lazy slop. You know what bothers me about it, Loon? When it's time to go to the club, we want the best.
Yeah, like I said earlier, what this guy's saying right here is so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be for the black community, but you disrespecting the black community at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Let's continue.
When it's time to party or vacation, we want the best. But when it's time to educate our kids, we will accept the bare. Look at that, an online school. So your fat, lazy ass kid can just sit there and do. You feel me? Come on, man.
I'm with you. Let me ask you this.
You know how much you can do with a real school compared to online? The only reason why online schools are popular is because they cater to lazy kids and they cater to people who want to keep as much overhead as possible.
That's what it really is.
You got no school buses, no school lunch, no class.
Nothing. Yeah. Just take the money.
Thank you, bro.
And that's what I was about to say. If you were really money hungry, like
I would have did online.
That's what I'm saying.
You know how many people
you would be.
Yeah, Umar, that's what you did. You took the money and run, man. You know? You took the money and ran. That's all you did. It could have been $3 million you took all together. That's what I'm estimating. $3 million. Got a number of con artists, man. Let's continue.
Global, bro. Right now.
You know how many people approach me saying you need to do this and I can help you, bro? Just your name? I'm like y'all don't get it. That ain't the way we fix this. That ain't the way we fix this. Oh, I see them on the computer. No, they got to be in my face. They need to feel me. Drop me, give me 20 right now. You feel me? I tell people like, are you sure you're going to be able to get enough kids to come to the school? First of all, we starting small. Second of all, are you kidding? Once your son come to that school one day, if you try to take him out, he ain't going to leave. You feel me? Once he get a taste of what we doing in there, he ain't leaving.
I'm glad with everything.
Who in the hell would want to put their kids in your school? The way how you act, the way your behavior is, man. You in your 50s, man. You acting like you in your 20s. You know? This is wild, man. And I don't understand how these shows give you a platform and they giving you a softball interview. You know you're not going to go on any other real podcast that's going to keep it straightforward with you. You know what I mean? About the school scam. You know what I mean? For real. Let's continue.
Being said about you and all of the detractors, it doesn't put your fire.
Still hear the video?
No.
That's one of the most important things. Like even when Young Thug, I was around him when a lot of stuff was going on online, and
still hear the video?
I was, I personally know these people. Yeah, so it's like I like to see that that fire don't die, even when the controversy high, even when it's, I'm behind schedule, I'm running behind.
And you know why, Loon? Because I got too many elders who are counting on me to give them a victory before they leave here, bro.
Yes.
I had an elder this past week, Dr. Umar, don't you stop. You keep doing, don't you let, you feel me? I had another.
Stop lying, man. Stop lying. It is all just you deflecting, man. It's a shame you got people that's actually still giving you money and still looking up to you. Just crazy, man. This guy, you robbed the black community, first of all. Second of all, you had people that wanted to give you land to start the school. And the money that you had, and then people coming up who want to work with you, they could have did all that with a bargain, man. Like I said, you could have did all that with a bargain. But no, you want the money, the pocket, to live off of, to scam the people. You know what I mean? Where we at on this video, man? We're not going to be too long, guys. Let's continue.
The elder, she was like in her 70s. I'm like, what? These elders hit me up today. And let me say, listen, don't you get caught up in that online hype. You got old folks here who need a victory before they go. They've been donating to that school. They need to see it open. They need this.
Yeah, for sure. And you saying you're about finished. You're about.
Oh, we done.
You're done. You're waiting on the inspection. Yes.
I haven't applied for it yet because we need to clean out the school. Now, you feel me? Now you got to
right. Maybe it got a little spick and span when they come through.
Yeah, I want to clean. I mean,
I would want.
I ain't gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for us to do the waxing. That could wait till after.
Yeah, not the waxing.
You
but
feel me?
I'm
but
just
sweep it out real good, enough for them to walk and not fall over screwdrivers and you know what I mean. You know what I mean. We just want to clean.
Now, if you had to speak to a black parent, what would you say that your school is designed to fix that public schools can't?
Let the video rock.
Public school is designed to be honest with you. You should need no convincing from public school. But what are we going to give them? We're going to give black boys.
There you go. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can pin your comment. Hold on. This dude, man. Let me see if I can pin your comment to the chat. Let me see something. Let me see something. Hold on. You're right about that. Master Khalid, you line full. You're right about that, man. For sure. You know what I mean? This guy, he lies about everything. You know what I mean? Let's continue.
the self-love that a black boy should have. We're going to give them manhood, leadership training, knowledge of self, and the ability to go out into this world and do anything they want to do with themselves. But they ain't even have to ask.
Right.
Because after 1 month, they'll see a transformation.
Hold on, sorry.
In a month,
Yeah,
that they ain't seen in years over there. You feel me? The proof gonna be in the pudding. The proof gonna be in the pudding.
And so much as I believe in you, and you know I believe, I rock with you, and we've been friends for years.
My hardest job is turning away parents when the class size max, because I don't want to overburden my teachers. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Can't have but so many. I'm looking at 20, 25, right? I don't want to go 30 like public school. You feel me? And I know once we max, that's when it's going to hurt.
Right.
Dr. Umar, they trying to put him on. I can't. You feel me? And then that's when I got to tell them, you see that school across the street, the Frederick Douglass building? We need money to get it right. Once we get that up, you feel me? That's what I got to tell them.
Move to the next one.
Hey, you should check the comments out on his podcast. That's what I was just doing while I was playing. they going in on Umar, y'all. They going in on Umar, and he's well deserved. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Let's continue.
Right. Your heart is in the right place. Your mission is.
What you mean?
You just didn't think it all the way through. With some of the, well, you do have certain things that's taking place, like the note on the door or little things.
That. Not returning my calls and emails, deliberately ignoring me. I don't control that.
Oh, that conversation has been had, that you take the initiative to know I have buildings over there. Y'all reached out at some point and now y'all ignore me. Of course, you shouldn't have to. They should.
We over that now.
Yeah.
But it's at a point now, because they made it kind of clear that they don't want me there with their behavior. It's at a point where, and I hope it don't go on the city. I hope it don't go there. But if they don't stop, I'm going to have to go there. I haven't met with the mayor. involved, you know, and then we might got to sue them.
Yeah.
Because we've definitely been discriminated against. So we
already.
Yeah. What they did with trying to sell the school, that was low. So we've been discriminated against already. So it may be trying to.
If they would have sold the school behind your back, say you were in Africa, and of course we're in hypothetical land. If they would have sucked all the air out of you?
Nah.
Still got fire burning. They took the school. I'm still.
When they sabotaged Marcus Garvey's Black Star Line Steamship Corporation, which was incorporated in Delaware.
Damn.
You can't put a price or a timeline on people's hope. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't put a price and timeline on it. When the white people was attacking Garvey, black woman stood up and she said, why are you worried about our money? We giving this money to Marcus Garvey to build it. It ain't yours.
Right.
They say he ain't getting nothing from the government. Mind your business. If we want to give Garvey the money and he failed, then we decide if it's an issue.
Yes.
Y'all don't care about us. Why y'all worrying about if it's an issue or not?
Right.
Same thing I say to my haters.
Yeah, it's like, and again, I'm glad I pointed that out so they can, because they stand
Can you guys
on
hear
the
me?
fact that on October the 20-something, 2024, Dr. Umar said that he.
Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hold on. You hear me? I think I'm good on my end. Here we go. Let's continue.
Didn't get up. It's like, bro, the date is wrong, respectfully. Because when you pull it from YouTube videos, bro, there's a level of information in the backdrop that doesn't show on the upload. When it really was shot versus when it was uploaded. You know, there's things happening that they're not accounting for, man. It's like,
I never paid much attention to them. The people who gonna be for you, gonna be for you, and the ones who not. If you would have told me 12 years ago when almost 12 years ago when we took our first donation in St. Louis, April 12, 2014, you think that your own people will sabotage your GoFundMe for the school, sabotage your Cash App for the school, sabotage your bank accounts for the school, slander you, vandalize the school. I had people call the utility company and try to get the utilities turned. You follow what I'm saying? This is why I don't answer the questions, Lou, because the questions are disingenuous. You know why? You don't ask the people sabotaging us why they sabotaging us, but you want to ask me why the school ain't open yet. That's disingenuous. Why am I asking Lou?
head feels short somewhere.
There's no way to know except to do it, but I think we can, especially if they know the school done, which it is, and they playing around with this permit, because this next thing is really going to decide. You feel me? Are they going to give us our? Are they going to play a million games? I mean, I'm gonna work with them a little bit.
Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Let me see something. I got to turn myself up. I can't hear myself. Can you hear me? Can you hear me out there? Man, hold on. Can you hear me? Let it continue. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm gonna put my camera on. Yeah, man. I'm sorry about that. That live, I had to probably end it. I'm gonna have to do another live on this guy. But this guy, Umar Johnson, is a total liar at the end of the day. He's hold on just a second. He's a total liar, and he basically conned, the black community. You know what I'm saying? He conned, the black community so bad to the point. He conned the black community so bad to the point that, people just been hoodwinked. You know what I'm saying? But guys, I'm gonna have to go. Tell me what you think about the video. Although it wasn't, what I thought it would be. Like, share, subscribe if you want to. You know what I mean? And I know tomorrow I will be doing another a video. I got a live coming up tomorrow and a live coming up on Wednesday. But I know this Umar Johnson saga is going to it's up. You know what I mean? It's up there right now. You know what I'm saying? But guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.